crazy morning, huh?
Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, I had to take my daughter to school and stuff, and
Dude, so what grade is she
I,
in now?
my daughter, she's a second grader right now at the moment. So one of my daughters, and I have a senior as well.
A senior.
Yeah, yeah, and
Dude.
then I have my little boy. He's not in school yet,
Yeah, yeah,
but
your little one. So
yes,
you're
sir.
how old's the little one?
He's 3.5.
That's wild, dude.
Yes, sir.
Has it
My
been that
my
long, bro?
bro, it's been a long time. I was gonna say it's been a while since I seen you,
It's
man.
been a good minute, bro. I love
I
that you
think
still have that drum set there.
see this thing, bro. I'm proud of it.
Hey, what is that? Is that a what kind of set is that?
It's a DW.
Okay.
Yeah, DW set. I
DW.
I feel like I got it like a midlife crisis kind of thing, you know what I mean?
At our age, right?
Well, I mean, it was that, and then I think it was around the time when my car got stolen,
Oh,
my
okay.
Cadillac. I don't know if you
I
remember
remember.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I remember that,
So I
dude.
think I was just walking around just heartbroken, and then walked in a guitar center one day. Is like, I need a new drum set.
Yeah,
So
that's to fill that void.
yeah, it's filling it pretty good though. But
How often do you play?
well, right now I'm kind of in a like a little project,
Okay.
like a musical project.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
Because
called
I see
Rebel
you'll
12.
post stuff. You'll post stuff from time to time about like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's with so the band's called Rebel 12. It's I don't want to call it like a Christian band,
Hmm.
not so much that, but it's more along the lines of talking about God and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So it has like
Uh,
that faith background, but
like
then
the undertones of faith,
right, right, right.
of it. Yeah,
Like that
like the lyrics
positivity,
and stuff.
positive PMA
Yeah, man.
music.
Yeah, so that's kind of in the works. We just started that project, and I also just got selected to be the drummer for my church.
No way.
And yeah, yeah.
So you're
So I have
rocking out
my
at the church, man. That's
yes,
dope.
sir, yes, sir. Just trying to do that.
How do you fit that in
Just
your
trying to.
how do you fit that in your schedule with
Well,
practice? Because from what I understand, the way because I know a few musicians out here at churches and they're part of a community and they play bass or something, right? And so when
yeah,
they go to practice, they have like a Wednesday night practice or something, and then to get ready for that, but they only practice that one time,
hmm
and they only have that
yeah.
much time to get it all down. How do you do
Well,
that?
yeah. So there's like a playlist they send me, and I'll just listen to it and just try to learn the drums like that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
basically, that's how I practice. I have my little speaker right here, and it's loud enough to because like these drums are muted right
Do you
now,
have the
right?
muffle
I
pads
can
on there, like the little muted pads?
not so much the pads, but it's like actual heads. They're like mesh heads that just make the drum really quiet. Like you can hit it really hard and you could barely hear it. Same
Oh,
thing with
sure,
the
sure.
cymbals too. The cymbals are the quiet cymbals. Like you see all the
Oh, I
little,
see the mesh. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah. So
Okay.
it gives it the feel of being a real drum set still without being crazy loud. And
So my
I live
son,
like
I
in a
got my son an electric drum kit, and I was jamming out on that. And
okay.
I know what you mean because you still don't get that response, that
Yeah.
feedback from a drum.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I like it. And like I said, I live right here in a cul-de-sac with, a bunch of just quiet people.
Baby's
So,
asleep,
oh
you know.
yeah. So it just,
Yeah,
it really
yeah, yeah.
helps out so I could practice and
That's
stuff,
tight,
and
dude.
not annoy the neighborhood.
Right, right, right.
Yes,
That's good,
sir.
man.
Yes, sir, man.
So this has been, dude. When did I meet you? Was it 2016? I was trying to think about that earlier.
Probably earlier than that,
You
bro.
think so? I don't.
Yeah, I think
I don't remember when the first time we actually like traveled together and.
yeah, because we did do the tattoo tour
Hmm.
maybe what like 3 times, 4 times. I
I think
think
so. We were on the
I
road for a
seen
long
you.
time. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was like you. That's when I was working with Manny and them.
Hmm.
Yeah, that was good times though, bro. It's been a long time knowing you.
Yeah. Well,
It's
that's
a
the
shame we
thing,
don't we
though.
don't like we
Yeah,
don't live closer together.
I know, man,
Like
and that's the thing
yeah,
that I know you're down south, and I was like, it's just right now. I was like, man, I can't. I was trying to make a swing that trip to go out. I'd like to maybe even revisit after we shoot this episode and do it in person, and maybe get
that'd be awesome.
some of the guys in there, and
Yeah.
actually shoot the ambience of your shop and stuff. And like, I was just
Okay.
bummed out because, I was like, but I need to get him on, dude. I was like, I've been trying to get you on for a minute, and I
Yeah.
just kind of had the project I wanted to really take off and get where I wanted to be, and so that it starts making those ripples and waves and whatnot. But
Yeah, bro. I was watching some of the episodes, man.
it's been fun, man.
bro, you're doing your thing, bro.
Yeah,
It's awesome to see,
it's like
you
my
know?
little midlife crisis passion project. You know what I mean?
Starting a podcast.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I don't know when we're on the road, you and I
Uh,
kind of vibed off the whole music thing, right? Because we would
yes,
talk, and
sir.
then I was like, okay, but dude, that's the extent of how much times that we would actually sit down and conversate because we were always on the grind, bro. We were turning that,
We're
you know.
grinding.
Yeah,
I
there's
think,
no time to like. There's like they say, there was no time for friendships. We were just like,
yeah,
you know, to actually sit and chill was at the hotel,
the
and when
hotel
we
rooms,
check
yeah,
in or
dude.
when we're getting there. Were you on that
Yeah.
bus when we were headed to Phoenix?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I was on
dude,
that bus. That was a good time,
that
bro.
was
The RV,
wild.
right?
Yeah,
Where I think Tom rented or didn't he
it
didn't
was
rent it.
RV. My bad. It was yeah, it was like one of his
Yeah,
buddies.
and he got it from like one of his friends or something like that,
Yeah, it was
right?
like his buddy
And he
driving.
drove us. He drove
Yeah,
us
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
Phoenix. Yeah, that
yeah.
was a good time, dude.
Dude, that felt like we were a band.
That was a bad moment.
That was wild, dude.
That was a bad moment
Yeah,
for sure.
right. You're thinking about
Even
that?
get it, yeah. Like it's some good times, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I
man.
just
It's
imagine.
good to
So,
reminisce. I actually forgot about that trip. It's crazy you brought that up. I
w-
totally forgot about it.
well, I remember because we were literally like Los Bookies on tour. You know what I
Those
mean? It was like,
bookies, yeah.
yeah, we
Those
were
bookies,
all of
bro.
it. There's like 11 of us, dude, in that on that
There was
RV.
a whole bunch of people on that.
I remember people were sleeping like in the bathtub and yeah,
I mean, but that wasn't just the RV. I remember when we were doing the tattoo tour.
right.
I would sleep on the floor. It was just like, hey, we
Wherever you
got
fit
a
in.
hotel room, a couple hotel rooms. Everybody
Hmm.
just figure
Scatter.
it out.
Yeah.
And it was crazy because I would go and I didn't really know anybody at first, you know.
Right.
So be like, hey, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm sharing a hotel room with you guys.
Yeah. 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 I
You know
know.
what I
I've
mean?
been there too.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, man.
sometimes Tom would bring some people in that we didn't know, and I got in because of Jesse, man. R.I.P. He's the one that.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, he's the one that
Yes,
took
sir.
me in, and that was 2014, 2015. So it might have been that year shortly when you came on.
Yeah.
And so Manny brought you in. Is that
Manny.
is that how
Shout
it
out to
worked?
my homie. Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to the homie Manny.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I want to get into
Yeah,
that
man.
story for sure. I guess we'll kind of kick it off from here, man. Give you your proper
Yeah.
intro. Well,
Okay.
welcome everybody back to Tattooing Out Loud podcast. We have a very special guest today, one of the homies I used to travel with, business owner, self-made. Give us your name, where you're from, how long you've been tattooing, and also describe your style and kind of go from there.
Okay. So what up, everybody? My name is Luis Lizarraga. I am from Southern California. Currently, I live in Beaumont, but I grew up in San Bernardino. So I say I'm a San Bernardino boy for sure, you
Yeah.
know. As far as tattooing goes, I've been tattooing since 2009, I believe. As far as like I apprenticed in 2009, I did
Okay.
like a small apprenticeship for a little bit right there in San Bernardino. The shop was called SB Tattoo.
Okay.
A lot of people knew it as Purdue Tattoo. It's like one of the older shops. I apprenticed there under West Coast Frank and another dude, Wes Hogan. Um, it was kind of short lived, because I had my oldest daughter at the time and had to do something. So
Right.
being an apprentice wasn't paying me money. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
What
hey,
got
but
what
I'm really grateful for that experience. So you know what I mean? Like I got a real apprenticeship,
what got
not like how
you
it is nowadays. You
what
know?
got you open to that? Like how did you get into this, like into the tattooing? Like what gave you this idea? I'm gonna, pursue this path.
Well, I mean, I'm sure it's like the straightforward answer, but like I like to draw as a kid.
Hmm.
Um, just grabbing a piece of paper and just drawing anything that came in my mind, and I just kind of developed, and I always kind of you know try to progress with my art. And at that time, I don't know, I just want to do something different. I've always been about just let's just do something a little bit different. So
Yeah.
yeah, I hit up a couple shops. Didn't get some good responses from some of them, and hit up the dudes over there at SB Tattoo, and they took me in. Like I said, I did probably like a year, a little less than a year of an apprenticeship there, and
Did you
then
go in with like a portfolio of your drawings and stuff like
yeah,
that? Or okay, so
yeah.
you never like before entering the shop, you never did any of that on your own, like at the house or none of that?
As far
Like
as
tattooing wise?
uh, no, no, I
Okay.
didn't. No, I wanted to do it right, even though I did do, you know, some house tattoos, you know?
Some magician, yeah, kitchen
Oh,
magician
dude.
stuff. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, and you know it's crazy? It's like I still have friends that have some of, like, my first tattoos. I still talk to them, man.
That's good that you
Like,
still talk to
I'm
them.
like,
They're not
"Hey."
like hating. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, they're like, "Dude, I'm keeping this on me, like, this is
yeah,
a original," you know? Shout out to all my friends that
yeah. The A1s is day
still
ones.
rock with me from day one, you know?
Yeah, they believed in the dream.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Um, so yeah, man, I like I said, I apprenticed. I my daughter was born, needed some money, needed something to do, and I joined the military.
yeah.
And so I was in the Navy for 4 years. So I kind of stopped tattooing at that point, kind of, because I would still like, oh yeah, I used to do tattoos,
Tattooing the
you know,
barracks
my
on
at
the
the
on the
barracks
ship.
tattoos, man, for sure. I did
Yeah.
them. I did them, you
I
know.
remember you telling me
Uh,
that because I was gonna
yeah,
mention that if I remembered
mm,
correctly that you were in the Navy,
yes,
and
sir.
that's what threw me off. I was like, man, Luis has layers, dude. I was like, I was all, 'cause again, yeah. How many moments we spent together on the road. We never really knew a lot of that background. Like we
Hmm.
weren't just gonna sit there and be like, hey, I started on SB tattoo, and this is where I'm
That's it.
at, and this is how. Because
Yes.
again, you're just showing up, and I didn't know how you
Uh-huh.
showed up on this, on the squad. So I'm like, that's one of those things that we didn't really know a lot of that history. And I don't want to say that the artists don't really, it's because they didn't really care or anything about the next peer's background, or this is that small talk wasn't really, we didn't have that slack to do that. We were always just a lot like focused
We were
on
just we're just
like,
working.
we just got to get it. Yeah. Make that
We're
count.
just
Right,
working.
right, right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, bro, I served 4 years in the Navy. I was a aviation mechanic, so I worked on jet engines for F-18s, the fighter jets.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome, you know.
Right. No, I
So
bet.
I did, like I said, I did tattoo while I was in, just here and there, you know.
Right.
Um, but literally, like I knew that I wanted to tattoo still, like that's what I wanted to do. So I was like, I'm gonna serve my 4 years, get out, and just grind. That's what I did.
Yeah.
I was in the Navy Friday. Saturday I was working at a tattoo shop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right away. Straight
Right
to it.
away, man. I went to work, you know, and
Why
and it
didn't you?
was it was kind of
So just curious, why not
uh,
stay and pursue like another 4 year contract or something?
that's too
You,
many years of my life, bro.
yeah,
Like I don't regret it by any
for
means, you know,
sure.
but uh it just wasn't my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like I couldn't see myself being gone like how I was
Right.
for all those periods of time, always having to move and all that stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I just want more of a stable kind of lifestyle in that sense of like, you know, because being gone sucks. Like it's
Yeah.
not fun, you
No, it's
know,
not.
and
Yeah.
you would be gone for a long time. So I couldn't see myself doing that. And then I feel like when people do like 8 years, they're like, well, I'm almost halfway to being retired, and that's when they stay in and do 20 years, you know.
Right.
So, but I mean, it's cool. Like props to all the people that
Yeah.
do 20 years and they retire, because the Navy will, or not just the Navy, but the military
Military.
will take care of you. They'll take
Yeah.
care of you, you know. So
Yeah, man, that's
it's
dope. So you got out, you show up to SB Tattoo, and you're like, hey, this is the stuff I do. And did they give you any kind of like a friction to join to be an apprentice? Were they okay? Because every shop is different as far as like how accepting they are of apprentices. So
yeah. They were cool, man. They were kind of like, one of them was like a old school tattooer. He actually still tattoos, still at the same shop.
nice.
Uh, the other dude, I would say he taught me a lot more. Wes taught me a little bit more about tattooing. Yeah, me and him don't talk anymore. You know, a fallout that,
Sure, sure.
life happens and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
But he actually became one of my best friends for a couple years and stuff. You know, um, but yeah, I mean they were pretty welcoming, I guess. You
How
know,
long? How long were you with them?
like I said,
Just for the
well,
apprenticeship, and then
just for the apprenticeship, and then I actually ended up working with Wes again couple years later when I worked at Artistic Element Tattoo.
artistic element, dude. I remember
Yes,
you were
sir.
there. That's right.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I worked over there with Roman tattoos.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How long was that time span with AE?
I did about two and a half years.
Yeah.
there.
Where
Yeah.
where would you say, because so okay, your shop transition was pretty, I mean, it's one of those things that you kind of moved, adapt, and then up to the leading
Mhm.
to this point where you are now. But between the time frame of what shop would you say is like those build up shops that kind of build the character, build the grind, the hustle? How did you pick up on that as far as like
Um,
the walk in traffic? Because I'm sure there's walk-ins at every spot you've been at, but again,
yeah.
everybody's system is different.
Yeah, man. I mean, I can't really talk bad about any shop that
No,
I've been
sure,
at. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
right,
Not, and I even talk bad. It's just like I feel like I've learned a little bit from
yeah,
every place that I've been. Working at. Like when I first got out, I worked at House of Pain Tattoo in Rialto. From there, uh, Manny he started up a shop right there in Fontana. It was called Heavy Hitters,
okay,
and so I worked there with him. Met a bunch of cool people there. Learned a lot of stuff there. After that, it was a private studio. It's called UGK. A little studio, couple of dudes, man,
yeah,
with Manny, the homie low key.
low
Yeah,
key.
it was
Inda
low
was Inda
key.
with you guys too?
Yeah, he was there.
Okay,
He was at Heavy Hitters. He was at UGK and at Bridge City.
okay, Bridge
But
City.
what I left that private studio UGK and left to Artistic Element at that point.
Okay,
And but I mean I was still cool with Manny. I was still
sure.
cool with all the dudes there. Um, Things didn't work out at Artistic Element after a while,
Hmm.
and I actually ended up going back with Manny to Bridge City. That's his shop right there in Rialto.
So is that the time frame that he kind of said, "Hey, you want to go on the road," or how did that conversation spark?
So the time we were on the road a lot, I'd say we were at that private studio at
Okay,
UGK. Um, but he was the dude that was like, "Hey man, you got to do it," because I was new to the convention game. Like I didn't know anything about it.
yeah,
So he
I
was just like, "Bro, it's
remember,
cool."
dude. I remember you're very not. I don't want to say closed off, but you were kind of like stayed out of the way for a while
Yeah,
because you didn't know how to. I mean, it is it's
it's
another
hectic.
beast. It's another beast.
Yeah,
So I
exactly. Yeah, it
remember
is.
at times when we're all sitting at the booth or whatever, you kind of just let everybody do their thing because
Mhm.
again, it's one of those things like you're coming into someone's home, right? And you're being
First,
respectful and you don't want to step
first.
toes. You want to, all right, I'll let this guy set up. And I was just like, yeah, what's up, dude? And then that's when we started talking more. But I remember you kind of sit back a lot, and then even be like, hey, open up. Talk to that guy. Talk to this dude. Yeah, don't let them pass. What are you doing?
Yeah, dude.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah.
See, but that's like one of the good things of like working the tattoo tour and all those little circuit convention things.
Yeah.
It's like you really learn how to grind in those situations to like, hey, I spent money to come here. I need to make
Right.
money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you really have to like know what to say to people or not even know what to say, but just be approachable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And know how to approach people. I feel like
Yeah.
I think those days really taught me that, because like now when I go to a convention, which is not a lot,
Sure.
but
Sure.
when I do go to them, it's like I know how to set up my stuff real good. I'm right there. Like if I don't have an appointment, like I'm talking with everybody that walks by. Um, and not just about tattooing. It's just, hey, that's a cool shirt, blah, 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 just
You're getting
having
those
a conversation.
attention
They come over
getters.
here,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
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 So, like I said, I learned a lot from the tattoo tour in
Right.
that sense.
Right.
Yes,
No,
sir.
it's
Yeah.
true, man. Because it's one of those things that you don't know. There's one thing of getting walk-ins at your shop,
Hmm.
but you can get overwhelmed by the amount of crowd that's walking around
Oh,
where
yeah.
you don't even know where to look left or right. There's no
Yeah.
real flow. I mean, you got a guy coming on this side and they start hovering the booth, and then you got a whole
Hmm.
crowd at the same
Hmm.
time, and you're in the middle, and you're like, guys, you're just trying to like selling. It's like you're selling train tickets to everybody. Like, come on, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You're right though. How do you learn that? That's why I'm always curious to hear everybody's experience of not only learning the business, but you see now you created your system, which you're
Hmm.
implementing in your shop.
Yeah.
That it, I tell people that's like shop code that you can't really learn on YouTube.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Like
I know
how you
exactly
supposed
what
to
you
sit
mean.
there and be like, here's my course. And then you create this, let's just say an amazing artist, right? But
Mhm.
then they get exposed to that side where this whole time you're quote unquote like a bookworm or a visual in class, but you've never
Yeah.
been in the trenches.
The
You've never
trenches.
been tossed to that fire of like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And that,
Oh yeah.
I feel like that has a lot to do with this, the OG mentalities, backlash of, you know, it is what it is now where we are
Yeah.
in this industry is pretty wild, you know?
And it's funny because like I've oftentimes, not oftentimes, but just at times have learned the hard way.
Yeah.
The shop etiquette, the shop code about, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
And I've had people like, hey, bro, you don't do this, you don't do that. Like, oh,
Right.
okay. I mean, and it sucks, like, but okay, like you receive it and understand and like you don't do
Yeah.
it again, you know?
Well, that goes back to learn picking up from every other place too.
Exactly,
Because now
exactly.
what I loved about traveling is you get to see how the next guy works,
Hmm.
the guy next to you, you know, and you're able to you pick up on game, you know, and if you ever I don't know what you did before you did military and like your first job, but
Uh-huh.
some people don't come with customer service yeah,
Yeah.
kind of a mouthpiece or they don't come with that, you know, so they don't know how to interact or like they do
E-
sell a tattoo, which, you know, that's what it was like beforehand. I mean, ultimately, you're not there to put stuff on display, and this is a visual art, like a art hop. You know, you go and check out people's artwork on the wall,
Mhm,
a
mhm.
museum. You're literally trying to put that image on the person and sit them
Yeah.
down and get it done there. And it's, you know,
Bro, you know what I always think sometimes? Like, how wild, if you really think about it, a convention is. You know what I'm saying?
it's very wild.
It's wild in the fact that like people really show up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the last convention we did, Chicago. That's the last convention I went to, the Villain Arts one. Dude, it was one of the biggest conventions I've ever seen in my life.
What year was that?
Like, it was so humongous, man.
You remember the year?
It was this year.
Oh, this year. You just went to it?
This year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. This year in I think March.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit, but I remember that thing just being so massive. Like the convention center was really filled up. And I mean, you know how Fridays is at a convention. Like
Right.
that's probably like the least busy day.
It's a
But
roll of the dice. Yeah.
yeah, but Saturday, Sunday, man, it was just packed with people
Did
in
you go
there.
with your shop? Like you guys all went?
I just went with one of the dudes from my studio.
So
Yeah, it was
just like
my
one
homie
booth kind
Danny.
of thing?
Yeah, we just had one booth. We shared it.
Okay, okay.
It was
So
cool.
what did you take from all that the in March, like more present time versus when we were hitting it hard?
Uh,
What would you say your I guess like your experience? Did you see any like a difference or would you say that it's cuz yeah, you're right. People do show up, but back
mhm,
then it was more like we were trying to get those first bites before, you know, it was like a race, like they say.
mhm. Oh yeah, a
Wha-
rat race for sure, right
yeah,
there.
dude, it was crazy.
Yeah. Um, I feel like it's still the same. Like
Okay.
I don't feel like it's personally it's changed too much.
Hmm.
Like I see the same amount of people at conventions now that I did back then. It's like no more, no less.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, Also depends where you go because I don't know if you went to the that convention in Pennsylvania
Which
with
one?
us. I think it was called Lancaster. We drove through Amish country.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you remember? Were you
I
there for
think,
that
yeah,
one?
I think I remember that.
That
You
was
said
wild, dude.
Lancaster, and I remember,
Yeah, bro. That was like, what were we doing over there?
yeah, people
But
ask.
I actually ended up tattooing like a whole crew of bikers there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
used to smoke cigarettes back then, so I would go in the smoke pit, just smoke a cigarette, and just start a conversation with
Sure.
people. I
Sure.
got a lot of tattoos that way, believe it or
Yeah.
not.
That's a strategy. Take a smoke break.
Yeah, take a smoke break.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I talked to one dude, and I ended up tattooing like 6, 7 dudes. They
The
were
whole
all like
squad.
patched up,
Yeah.
and yeah.
That's
So
funny.
it worked out. But if it wasn't for that, I probably
You
wouldn't have tattooed nobody,
pro-
dude.
yeah. There's times where
Yeah.
you get the luck of the draw, and the guy next to you is like, "How is this fool busy all day?"
Oh
And
yeah.
and
Yeah.
everyone's just like, just looking or passing by,
Uh-huh.
and it's there's something that, again, I was curious to pick your brain on your experience at the last one in Chicago,
Uh-huh.
because here you are coming in as like the hustle side of conventions
Hmm.
with this new, like, adapted, reshaped idea that you just want to do good work and you want to create the
Of course.
clients and create the roots of, because you know how it is. You go to a spot, you get a handful of people, and those people are locked in for possibly the next year,
Oh
right?
yeah.
And
Oh
so
yeah.
that's always the goal, is to try to gather, so you have that, kind of like that spread of your own work in this location, that location. There's a lot of
Hmm.
stuff that I have to go, whether it's East Coast or Midwest, that's unfinished because of the time frame that we're out there. We're doing so many pieces that people are like, "When are
Hmm.
you coming back out to, like, to this place in New York or whatever?" When we were going tough out there, like from those long hauls of, DC to Minnesota to, like, or
Hmm.
Virginia, and then we're just doing this crazy. Were you ever in the van when he actually rented a van and we took this wild, like, 2 day, uh we went from one convention, I want to say it was like DC, and we were headed to New York, and from New York we shot somewhere else to, like, Jersey or something. There was this, I know Sick was with us, and it was Flo, and I think Laws was with us.
Okay.
There's times like that though. We're just, they got this big old, they got this little van, and like those vans of the 12 seaters or whatever, and we're all just rolling, dude, and all of our gears in the back, not even clothes, it's all equipment and like a few folded shirts. You know what I mean?
Dude, it's band status right there,
That is
bro.
band status, dude.
But like a beginning band though.
Right? Yeah, that's the what that's like the
Yeah.
what band was I? There was this old school band. I don't know if it was Pierce the Veil, but somebody was talking about. I was Under Oath. They were talking about their tour experiences.
Yeesha.
Yeah,
Look,
there it is. Shout out. Look at that.
shout out Under Oath right
Under
there, you
Oath. Look
know?
at that tat. So
Yeah.
Under Oath, I love hearing their first stories, because their tour van was actually one of the band members. That was his daily driver.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's the struggle to now where they are. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
It's pretty
Like,
crazy.
I think they're like Grammy nominated now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they got nominated for I think their last
And think about
last
where
record.
everyone is today
Yeah, it's
from where
crazy.
we started. It's a
It
similar.
just goes to show like if you just keep hustling, you know, you're gonna go places and stuff, you
I
know.
mean, we entered it at a very unique and right time from
I
your
think so.
apprenticeship. So your apprenticeship, you mentioned, was a traditional apprenticeship, right?
Hmm.
How was
Oh yeah.
that compared to, you've apprenticed people, right? Or
I guess you can say I've apprenticed
like
people,
try to
but
show
it's
some people,
more
mentor some people, I guess.
mentor. Yeah, mentor.
Yeah,
I mean, like nowadays everyone kind of wants to tattoo, and
exactly.
you
Yeah.
know, um, yeah, if it's somebody I know or somebody I see that's like driven and actually really wants to do it, then for sure. Like, I mean, I hold back no secrets, no nothing like that. It's like you want to learn, pull up to the shop,
Right.
sit there, and see what I'm doing and ask me questions. I'm gonna answer it.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's like I said, it's people think that you're gonna come into the industry and be like super famous and rich, and you're gonna make a bunch of money, and it's like
The
I
misconceptions.
guess
Yeah.
that's possible. You know what I'm saying? But it's like it's I see tattooing like it's a normal job. We just do cool stuff.
Yeah. Well,
You
another
know what
thing
I'm
is you,
saying?
you created it that way. That's like
Mhm.
that path you kind of, how they pave the way.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, because it's funny that your apprenticeship is probably different of, like, because this guy was an old school tattooer, right? He's an
Oh
OG.
yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Oh
was
yeah.
that learning all the ins and outs of beginning, building machines and all that, like painting
It wasn't so
flash?
much building machines, but it,
Okay.
it was back when it was still like coil machines were everything, and
Hmm.
and you had to sterilize tubes and autoclave them and
Yeah,
do all that kind of stuff. Like I did all that stuff,
for sure.
which is, I mean, now with the machines nowadays, the rotary. like you don't really have
There's
to.
a lot you don't have to do.
Uh, yeah, a lot of stuff you don't have to
Yeah,
do.
there's a
You know what I'm
lot.
saying?
You
Yeah.
just
So
yeah,
just
it's wild.
it's funny because I tell people I feel like the rotary machine is like a professional tattoo or a professional prison machine.
For sure it is. It's
You
an
know, it's the same
upscale
concept
prison.
of it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's the yeah, upscale
Exactly.
tat gat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So then how did you develop this style that you do?
Well, I I feel like I don't really have a specific style, if
Right.
that makes sense.
No, I've seen you do
I
everything.
yeah, I feel like I'm just kind of an all around tattooer. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I can do pretty solid color work, some solid black and gray. You know,
Was your first
some little
approach
tattoos.
traditional tattoos when you first started
I
off?
wanted to do traditional.
Yeah,
You know, that's when traditional was really popular.
sure.
I remember like the sideways facing girls with like the
Gypsies.
headbands and like the
Yeah.
gypsies.
Yeah.
I used to think those images were so cool, and I used to draw them a lot.
What was the first influence of actual? Because okay, you have an eye or a knack for traditional tattoos. What kind of artists did you first see that you were really gravitated to? Do you remember any of the first like
I
traditional
couldn't tell
artists
you,
or
bro.
okay,
I couldn't tell you, bro. Like I wanted to do traditional work, but I my attention would also go towards like the cooler, like realistic stuff, and you know. But I feel like tattoos were like the traditional stuff, you know.
yeah, yeah,
Like that's how I
that's what
kind
you
of thought
thought
about it at first.
exactly,
And then I started looking into like the back in the day the tattoo magazines and stuff.
right?
That's when those were still really
That
popular.
was our Pinterest.
Um, yeah, basically,
Yeah,
basically. Um, yeah, and seeing all the different kind of work that was in those magazines, just kind of like, hey man, you could do some really cool stuff with tattoos. It's not just traditional, you know.
yeah, yeah. Our
Yeah.
idea when we first started, it was very, I mean, narrow compared to now, where I understand now through the eyes of my mentor how he probably have seen all this stuff that we were just coming into this little
Mm,
funnel of what
hmm.
we thought was tattooing. But our mentors and the guys around that generation, the very OG guys, have like, wait till you see the crazy like horror portraits. Cause that was always I would stare at it, but I just didn't understand it. I didn't get it.
Yeah,
I would look at a horror portrait and I'm like, yeah, it's Hellraiser. And you're just like, wow. Or the classic slashers. And I didn't get it. I
yeah,
understood that this is, oh, cool. Yeah. This is somebody just created this face tattoo of the character of a classic slasher. And
yeah.
now we're able to see is like, well, it goes beyond that. Have you seen Biomech? Have you seen this? Like the real
Exactly.
Biomech, like, like Aaron Kane stuff, and the
Aaron Kane,
Roman
Roman does.
stuff, dude.
Yeah,
Stuff like
there's some really
that
cool
I didn't
stuff.
even know existed until you start. Oh, the next
Exactly.
page shows you more. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
That's one of those
Hmm.
things that we had this very funnel idea, and now where the black and gray is today. It's I had a conversation with Randy from he just came in recently from was it Monday Malarkey? He has a
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So he came in and he was telling me that his time was even before us,
Okay.
and he was just exposed to all this. He's like, yeah, I've seen these people that Jack Rudy did on this, and
Hmm.
he was he was talking to a time capsule. You know what I mean? Like he had a lot
He
of
opened it
history.
up. He unsealed it, huh?
Yeah, dude, it was cool to see in that time frame of where tattooing was compared to where it is now. But he mentioned about if you think about black and gray where it is today, it's a whole different game to where it was, when you started your generation. I'm like, you're
Oh
right.
yeah. Oh
Because
yeah.
we thought, yeah,
Back in when I started, I think Nico was like the top notch, like the dude and I mean, don't get me wrong, he's still up there. You
but
know what
he
I'm
was one
saying?
of those
But
pioneers.
he was like the prime time dude. Like everybody wanted to tattoo like that dude, you know,
Dude, I
including
have
myself. I remember that
yeah.
first DVD that he put out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember that color portrait that he did
Yes.
of the girl. I think it was like with the red and blue face.
Yes. Everybody had
Yeah, I
that.
remember
That thing was on
buying that, dude. I was
rotation.
just, oh yeah, dude. It was. I was amazed by it. You know,
Yeah.
I was amazed by it. But I mean, nowadays you got
So when you
like
watch that
Steve Butchers and
DVD,
stuff, you know,
right,
like
right.
crazy tattoo artists like that, you
When we
know.
watched that DVD, we thought it
Uh,
made sense, and we're trying it, and we're just like, where did I miss the mark? You know
yeah.
what I mean? Because
Why
you're
doesn't it look like that? Yeah.
why does it not look like that? Well, I'm doing what he said, you know? Yeah. I have a
Exactly.
funny story about Nico.
Uh,
I was in New Orleans and at a
okay.
convention, and he was doing a Superman portrait. I don't think it was the Henry Cavill Superman. It was the one before that. But he did two portraits that weekend that I actually went because I was grinding, you know, and then I would pass
Mhm.
by. The first time I saw he was doing this color realistic Superman. I mean, the sweat glands, the background lighting, the, you know, object source lighting off like the, you know, the cut of one side, like there's a blue glow of somewhere or green. And I'm just thinking like, oh man, this is Nico Hurtado. And I just passed by the booth, and then, you know, I think Saturday or Sunday, I went to go use the restroom, and he came in, and he goes to the stall next to me, and I'm just like, I'm like, I admire your work, man. Like it's, you know, and he's in the stall. Can I shake your hand? You know, no, I'm kidding.
Dude.
But I just had a face, one of my face tattoos. I just got it. And he's all, oh, that's a sick, the calligraphy you got on your head is pretty dope. And I was like, oh yeah, thanks, man. You know, but you know, and I just bolted
Yeah.
out because you're just, this is a weird place
Playing
to,
it cool.
yeah, this is a weird place to run into a guy you look up to, and you're just like, yeah, it's cool, man. Yeah, hey, I like that color portrait. It's dope. And just walk away, you know. But
No big deal.
yeah. But I just running into him, and he was, yeah, just like if you and you were to admire something on someone, you'd be like, what's up? And people think that he's, you know, like a lot of guys have this different, you know, in real life, he's this, he's that, and they cut. But I'm like,
Of
dude,
course.
it's like you've got to. What if he's having a bad day? You know, we all have that, dude. You catch me on a bad day, off one, I might be a little closed off than the last time you saw me or whatever.
Exactly.
But I think Sunday he did a sick R2D2 realistic portrait, and it looked metallic, shiny, colors were on point. And that's again, how do you translate that into what you're able to, your capacity? And that was when, you know, a lot of the reality strikes. You're kind of like, hey, yeah, it's like I need to get to this level. It's really,
You need
yeah,
exactly.
yeah. But you're
And
right.
it takes years and years and years and dedication and
Yeah,
you know, tattoos that you're not happy with, and you know what I'm saying? Like just learning from those things, you know.
what would you say is your motivation through this process of, let's say, the times that you wake up and you're like, or the times that you face that tattooing was rough, and you're, no, I don't want to say second guessing it, but you're like, you know, this, and like, do I really want to do this, or is this really, you know, is this it's kind of like that shaky, because we all get that,
Of course.
it's a challenge, and it's a mental test of your mental toughness. And what's your motivation to kind of, you know, string you back up?
I think it kind of goes back to what I talked about earlier, just wanting to do something different. You know what I'm saying? And I just when tattooing gets hard, like even during a tattoo, like you're doing a 6, 7 hour tattoo, like that's hard. You know what I'm
It's
saying? Like
tough.
it's not an easy thing, you know. And sometimes your mind goes to like, yo, I want to be done with this already, and you know,
Yeah.
like, or when you're just not busy, like tattooing is tough as
Right.
well, you know.
Right.
But it's just like I don't know, we just got to be grateful for what we do, you know, because like we're blessed to be able to do it and make a living off of it, and
Yeah.
you know, provide for your family with it, you know. So I think that's just what I go back to,
So I'm
you know what
sure
I mean?
you've hit
Just
those the mental burnouts, or the, you know what I mean?
oh
Like,
man, there's times I think what like a year ago I thought about not quitting tattooing, but just wanting to do something else. Like I kind of got it in my head, and I was going through the process of it,
that's
man.
the
Like
devil,
I,
Luis. No,
no,
don't give
dude,
into
like
that.
I applied to be a woodland firefighter for the Forest Service.
All right.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I did, bro, and I was gonna get it, dude. Like I was gonna get it, but
Yeah.
I just like I sat there and I thought about it, and it's like I'm a freaking tattooer. What am I talking about?
What am I
Well,
thinking?
that and it was really far, you know.
Hey, that
Yeah.
drive, there's a lot of windy roads out there.
Yeah.
These fires are a little tougher than I thought.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
But I don't know, it just in those times, it's just gotta talk to yourself and lock in,
That's what
and,
it is, huh?
you know,
Yeah, we've
we
all,
gotta do we
dude.
gotta do something different, bro. We gotta do something different,
There's a lot of challenging moments, man. I think
for sure.
when I first started this project, it showed me another light to why I'm in this, because you know how it is. If you guest spot at a shop, you pick up this wild energy of motivation to come back to your shop and like get
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Whether it's
Oh, yeah.
and you can feel the same way at a convention. You can, you know, you can go to a convention, you pick up, you learn so many new things, you meet so many cool people, doors and opportunities start opening for you, and maybe you were at that point where you're a little, you know, like you have that burnout moment, or you're just like
Mhm.
very iffy about, you're not. And it's funny because we'll tell that to the next guy, be like, you need to do this to the point where, you know, you'll never quit, or it's like, I'm not going to teach any apprentice
Mhm.
because you need to have a bigger motive, is basically like
Yeah.
this motive, right?
Mhm.
You'll go to guest spotter convention, you'll come back and you'll have this new fire, right? You'll have this new energy of like, man, this, like, I've got to just, you know, get everything it's motivating from the peers to all this other, it gives you this bigger like spark, and
Yeah, of
the
course.
amp, the recharge, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's why it's important for every tattooer to do a convention every once in a while,
Right.
you know? One, just to get out of your city for a weekend and stuff, you
Hmm.
know? Be somewhere new. And then two, just to get that spark, that inspiration,
Mm.
that I mean, even if you're not like down in the dumps with tattooing, like
Yeah,
it's still good to go and be like, oh, this is what people are doing,
it's
and
refreshing.
this is what's going on. Exactly, it's a good refresher.
Yeah,
You know,
because I when I
good motivation.
yeah, I started this project. I went to go see Flo at his shop. I went to go see a
Yeah.
few of the other guys, and I've done in house shoots. That's why I mentioned it'd be cool to do this in person. And well, I mean, myself, I just found this whole nother like that it solidified that love, or why you're doing what you do. And again, it gave you that new inspiration that you needed, because I guess for so long I've been just working with my own confines of my own building, and you're just like,
Mhm.
you don't have that around you, whether you have other artists with you. I mean, that's like so in martial arts, you start rolling with the same guys, they're going to know your game. There's nothing new. And you may be
Yeah.
able to beat those guys, and they might beat you, whatever, but you go out there and you face some real monsters or some other guys where you're able to use your skills and put that to the test, and it kind of humbles you, or it shows you, all right, this works or this doesn't work.
Yeah.
So the
Hmm.
same thing, you get comfort with your own little shop community, and you don't know what's out there to give
Yeah.
you that new
Exactly.
motivation to. I've found times like that. And then I started this project, and I'm like, and now it's like a my new obsession of doing this, man. Because again, I don't get haven't had a chance to talk and sit down and know your, like,
Yeah.
you know, your ins and
Hmm.
outs of all this, and
Yeah.
what do
Of
you
course.
do when this happens? Like, it's like you know, the Q&A. It's like, hey, whenever you're faced with this problem, what, you know, how do you what's your solution? And that's why I'm curious about your, life happens, life be lifing. And so I'm,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Sometimes we get hit with life, and doing what we do, we have slack to adjust our schedule, adjust our, you know, livelihoods, or our surroundings, our home environment or whatever, or our work schedule. But other people don't have that
Hmm.
capability or that opportunity. I don't remember my first boss ever being that flexible to be like,
Yeah.
oh, your wife has to do a test or schooling. And it's like, yeah, no, just come in at 6, dude. Don't worry.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
way. You know what I mean?
We're privileged, dude. Like
Yeah,
we're definitely privileged in that sense with the hard work that we put in.
for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Like you're doing what you're doing now, and you have kind of that freedom
Right.
in a sense. You know how you say like your wife could do that as opposed to have like a normal 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
So just like I said, for those burnouts, that kind of stuff, man, is just my thought process is just be grateful, dude. You know, be grateful
Count the little
because
blessings.
little ones, bro, because those matter the most. I feel like, you know,
Absolutely. Enough of
those matter the
those.
most.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, and uh,
I think
yeah,
it's,
for me, I have a cool little crew at my shop. You know,
yeah.
it's just myself and my two homies. Shout out Richie. Shout out the homie Danny. Amazing artist for sure.
Let's talk
You
about your
know,
shop. When did you open that up?
so I I left Bridge City Tattoo.
Hmm.
I left there and just kind of wandering around for like a month, not really sure what I was gonna do, you know. Um, and just got the idea to open a little private studio.
Is that near where
At
you're at right now, where you live, or is that
it's about 20 minutes
okay?
from my house, so not super far. But yeah, I where my shop is at, it's like it's a real nice like historic kind of place,
Yeah,
downtown Redlands. Um, and they don't really allow tattoo shops like that down there. You know what I'm saying?
really.
Yeah, like they're still like in the old school mentality of like, oh, it's a bunch of gangsters and drug addicts or whatever, this and that, you know.
Is it not like?
Um,
Is it like a coding issue with like the zones?
and I don't think it's coding. I think
They're
it's
just
just the
all
city.
like keep it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they don't want tattoo shops in that part of the
interesting.
city. But there's like a bunch of office spaces basically. Um, and yeah, I know but like three, four of them that are there as well,
Okay.
you know.
So most recently,
So
did
just
they change it up, or did they kind of are people just kind of like finding loopholes to open shops there, or
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just like art studios basically.
okay, yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I opened that up like what, 3.5 years ago.
nice.
Yeah.
How
It
was
was
that?
I was just finished, huh?
How was that like to feel this crazy moment, this new, stepping stone in your life?
I was nervous, bro. I was
Yeah.
nervous for sure. Because at first it was just gonna be me, you know.
Hmm.
It was just gonna be me there, and then little by little, I just had this friend there, that friend there. For a while, I had like six people working there with me, and it's not like a huge studio or nothing like that. You
Crazy.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, but just like through the ins and outs, I have the crew that I have right now, and I said they're solid dudes, man.
That's awesome.
Love having
These
them there.
guys, did you already know them beforehand, or how did they
Yeah.
start? Yeah. You
hmm
just kind of hit
I
them up.
knew I knew Richie from Artistic Element. I met him at Artistic Element and just stayed in contact with him. And then Danny, I met him Heavy Hitters in the Fontana shop,
Okay.
and then worked with him at Bridge City. He left Bridge City and came in and worked with me. And he's been with me for like 2.5 years already.
So 3 years ago, you opened this up.
hmm
After COVID, did you kind of just focus on the appointment only kind of thing, or?
Yeah, that's all I do now. My my studio doesn't take walk-ins, so
Yeah, so it's not
it's
like there's
it's
advertisement somewhere you can't.
yeah, it's not advertised, nothing like that. Yeah. Um, I mean, it's been working for 3 years, you know. Thank God, bro.
Yeah. How's that
It's been
pressure? How's
working.
the pressure and stress compared to what it was when you were at this, like,
Yeah, man. There's times where it does get a little tough
for sure.
with the no walk-in situation, but
Yeah, you got to make that
I don't know.
happen.
I have a pretty good clientele, you know, that
Yeah.
I can just kind of be like, hey, I have a open day today, or I'll just post something online, you know, and I'll get somebody in there for the day
Yeah.
for sure. You
Well,
know.
you're a seasoned, you've had that adaptability, right? You've
hmm
had to adapt
hmm
in the past where if it's like, if it's something where we know slow season time frame and this hits
hmm
and some people freak out, other people are, it ain't nothing. I especially dudes, how are you with social media? Because this is kind of like parallel to what that topic is. Because social
hmm
media, I feel like it's its own. Man, I don't know. I don't even like. I'll post now, dude. I used to be like, there was a wild time when I was like, I have every day, bam, bam, bam,
hmm
and now I'm like, you know what? I'm doing more living, less posting. If that
Yeah,
makes
there you
sense.
go. For
And
sure.
I feel like that's been awesome where I don't have that hanging over my head that it's like, no, someone out there's expecting a piece from me to
Yeah,
post
I
it.
got.
It's like, how do you see that?
Yeah, bro. I hate social media.
Yeah, me too.
I hate social media. You know,
Right, right, right.
if I didn't have to have it, I wouldn't. To
Right.
be honest with you, you know.
Yeah.
But it's how we get
If you're
business,
just a
you know?
forest fire kind of out in the
Dude, I wanna
woods,
be out
yeah,
there
yeah,
just
no signal,
chopping,
bro. Golfing,
lumberjacking,
yeah,
you know?
yeah, lumberjack, yeah,
But yeah, dude, uh, I I'm kinda the same way. I'm just trying to, like, just do more living,
yeah,
no not so much be on the phone and worry about, "I gotta make this appointment," or, "I gotta post this or that."
right,
It's like, I've learned that things are gonna work out, you know what I'm saying? Like, I
hmm
I just don't freak out, like, if I don't have an appointment for the day, it's like, I'll either hit somebody up or I'm
right,
gonna take the day off, but I'm
yeah.
not gonna, like, stress about it, nothing like that, you know?
Yeah,
So,
I hated the time
uh
frame where you feel like, oh man, I got to record this. I got to record this. I got to shoot
oh,
this. I
yeah,
got to
that's the
shoot this.
worst, dude.
And then I went from
That's
that. Yeah, it's tough.
yeah, I don't know, I feel like the whole content creator thing is
hmm
cool, but some people don't wanna be that, and I think I'm one of those people that don't wanna be that.
I
It's
feel
like,
that.
"Look, I did this tattoo, like,
Yeah.
that's it." You know,
You want to
I
see
don't
what I
have to
do, dude?
show
Check out my
I don't
Instagram
wanna
for.
show myself, like, doing the like and those videos are awesome, like,
They are
I see
sick. Yeah.
people that get real creative with
Right.
their things, man, and
They have an
I
editor. They
mean
have a cameraman. They have.
oh, yeah,
You know what I
but
mean?
unfortunately, we have to to stay I feel like to stay kind of
Yeah.
relevant,
Yeah.
because you
Relevancy
can do good work, man, like, you can do
for
good
sure.
work, and but if you don't put effort into that,
hmm
you're just like, people will fall behind, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's interesting.
And
Everybody has this whole like, oh, let's say coming 2026, we're in November, and people are already talking about mid next year. Like now, algorithms changing to this and this, and it's like I like to hear inside of that because you're right. So like, especially when you're appointment only, you have to make that happen. You have to fill
you
your own
have to.
books. There's no such thing as a walk-in like it
Mhm.
once was. That was a fun time frame to have walk-in
Yeah.
traffic. That was dope, you know.
Yeah,
But
it's
that's
a good learning experience.
yeah, it's good. I'm not gonna say like I was miserable doing walk-ins, but
Nah.
it was even Jesse would come out to the shop and he would hate coming out here because we lived 2.5 hours apart. And when he'd come visit at the shop, he would stay for the weekend, and he used to dread coming out here because he's like, "Bro, I can't take a break. Like it feels like I'm on a convention." I'm like, "Well, that's good. What are you complaining?" But it was
Mhm.
one of those things that we were so like walk-ins are there, and we were also feeding off that and thriving off the yeah, come back at 8, dude. I got you. And
Right.
now it's like shifted. But you're right, to stay relevant and to have the chances of, you know, people, the hits of your profile, the hits of your page, but then you're also like, you have the little ones at home, you have the dad life, you have the husband,
Mhm.
wife, the duties, the life,
Mhm.
your drumming, your church, all these things.
Mhm.
I mean, you also can't get caught up in this. It'll make you almost like caught up in this paradox of not wanting to do it all because you're so
Yeah.
like you feel like oh man it's an overwhelming thing where you're like I don't even want to do it and I don't want to just post what I just did yesterday or this week and I'm so behind dude I'm behind on posting.
Oh,
I
yeah,
got so
dude, yeah.
much I have so many pieces that and I tell people I'm like bro I appreciate that you're like hey how's tattooing how you been busy have you been staying busy and I'm like dude
Uh-huh.
don't trip like I'm able to do this dude I'm able to sit
Yeah.
down for the morning talk to a homie and
Yeah.
that's something great. This is like for anything. This is for my mental health is to talk to other artists.
Sure. That's good,
You
dude.
know what I'm saying?
Doing
And
it
like,
right, bro.
yeah. And so
Yeah.
I tell people, I'm like, bro, I'm not caught up in that. But at the same time, I do understand that it's something that is necessary for independent, the advertisement, the,
Mhm.
showing off. Cause it's like, people really care the angle walking up to people want to see you as a camera angle walking up to you and then doing it. It's like, check out the piece. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is
Look at the
content.
tattoo I
Like,
did. It's pretty good.
yeah, check it out, dude. Yeah. I know some shops, other guys that I've had on the podcast, they've mentioned the same stuff. They're like, we are getting so on top of it now where
Mhm.
our shop, like front counter girl or guy, whatever is helping us with that. And it's so much easier and they're pumping out content instantly because yeah, they
Yeah.
got a guy that just focuses on that so that you can just tattoo and go home. And that's cool too. But and then they're active, like they're posting this and I'm like, I get it. It's just that
Mhm.
I somehow now that's becoming the back burner where a lot of other things that should matter have been in that place as
Sure.
of man, I should be focusing on this. I should be like, no, this is actually more of a priority. Why should the content, like, I gotta edit this video. And that was, and to each their own. Everybody has their own, like, no, this is an
Of course.
importance, but it's like, that's cool. I just don't have that. And yeah, hired an editor, but I'm like, I'd like to do all that myself. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I might just do that, hire an editor.
yeah.
That doesn't sound like a bad idea.
I guarantee
You
if you
mentioned
do
that.
that, dude, I guarantee you'll be like, yeah, dude, I'll be seeing my feed is just all you. And I'm like, what the hell happened?
You're gonna see me like in some like dramatic video walking,
Right,
just
yeah.
tattooing.
It's like, this guy's, yeah. It's like, is this a trailer, dude? Has got a movie
Yeah.
going on?
The movie coming, bro. Coming soon.
Right.
2026.
That's funny. So yeah,
Yeah,
I think you guys have any plans on going as far as your shop more currently? How has that been? Do you just kind of go in, everybody handles their business and goes and like in and out kind of thing? Or do you guys actually all meet up and have a shop
dude.
hangout or community?
So we're actually in a bowling league, believe it or not.
Oh, okay.
All three of us.
So this is
we're
serious. No,
dude, we're there, bro. Like
Hell
we're yeah, we're called the Bug Pins.
Oh, nice. I like that.
That's our team name.
Bug pins, yeah.
Yeah. But it's a Vegas league. So we go every Tuesday. Right there, there's a bowling alley right down the street from the studio.
Sure.
And every Tuesday night we do that. And then the very last game we go to Vegas and we play out there.
Nice.
Me and one of the guys did it last year. Me and Richie, we did
Okay.
it. We brought Danny on this year. He wanted to try it out, and he loves it, dude.
Hooked.
I don't
It's
know if you
fun.
ever been,
Dude, I like bowling.
Have you done?
Not competitive, but well,
Dude, competitive bowling, dude.
my family, we all kind of compete on each other, but
Yeah,
no,
man.
yeah, competitive with
the leagues are
homies.
fun.
Yeah,
The leagues are real fun, bro.
I've done a
so
pool
we
league.
do that.
yeah. Pool,
I've been say again.
I've done a pool league before. That was fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we have a pool table right there in the studio,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we're trying to
Yeah, get
figure
that
out
going,
the
dude. Get a
angles.
league going. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been trying to get the guys to go golfing with me.
Yeah, you're a golfer.
I like to golf as well. Yeah. But yeah, they don't.
You have a lot of hobbies, dude.
Yeah, I think I do, bro. I think I
That's
just
cool.
have to keep myself busy,
Yeah, that's good because
I
there's
think
another side. There's more to life than what you're trying to.
Mhm.
You have other things. That's where you release that creative energy,
Mhm.
energy through tattooing, and then you have the other energy of doing other stuff.
Little hobbies here and there.
Yeah, the hobby
I
side.
said it just to keep myself busy, bro. Just just keep the mind active and
Right.
body active too, man. I've been trying to be a little bit healthier nowadays as well.
It's funny that we are now being conscious about that.
Yeah, we're grown men, fathers, husbands,
Dude, it's wild. I'm feeling the repercussions of the abuse that we've the sitting, the
20s.
laying down on the hotel, like sleeping on the floor, dude. Like
Oh yeah.
that was another memory of mine when we were all together because
hmm
it was almost first dibs. The first ones in the room
Yeah.
got a bed, and the last ones started to get lower and lower on the totem pole of where you're gonna sleep.
And I always felt like the new guy for the most part, so it was like. I'm cool with sleeping on the floor. I don't care.
That's what I
dude.
meant.
I just want somewhere to
That's
sleep,
what I
dude.
meant. I meant your demeanor was always very
Yeah.
like a passive aggressive kind of thing, like
Yeah.
a very. But I understood that was kind of like I saw it. I was like, he probably feels like but this isn't a classroom, like, or like the
Yeah.
school, like the new kid,
Yeah.
And if anything, we're all like, I was more interested in like Btosh. I would sit and talk to him for the longest
Mhm.
time because he was
Mhm.
one guy I could relate to with traditional hot rods and wheelies and burnouts and you know what I mean? He was just that
Forgot
guy.
about that dude, bro.
He's such a solid dude, man.
Yeah,
I'm getting
man.
him on too. He's it's
Okay.
just he's very. You think we're bad at social media? He's Mr. Like I'm going to be off the
Yeah.
radar.
Yeah.
And I love
ghost.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
because he
Hey, that's-
handles it. He takes care of his own. He doesn't have to show any worth for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've seen behind the curtain up to the point where I've been to his house and stuff like that. Like he's in Vegas, cool dude, such a solid guy.
Yeah.
Flo, him and I would sit and talk to. We bonded at a certain level too with certain things, and then with you also with the music. That's sort of like, bro, we should go find a guitar center. I remember telling you that we were like
Yeah,
in Virginia
dude.
or somewhere.
I remember that.
I
Yeah.
was like, let's see. There's one nearby, but then there was always something we had to do where it's
Yeah.
like.
Uh-huh.
It was like, dude, if you're down, I'll go play guitar. You play drums, dude. I'm down. We'll start doing some minor
Yes,
threat,
sir.
some punk or
Yeah.
whatever. What was your influence of music? How did you get into
I
drumming?
um Under Oath, bro. Under Oath was a big
Okay.
influence on me. I was really into the like the post hardcore, the emo-ish kind of
Yeah.
stuff, growing up.
Yeah.
A lot of those bands, and I love the drumming to that stuff. So
Yeah.
when people ask me what kind of style of music I play, I would say I gravitate more towards that. You know,
That makes sense.
uh, yeah,
Yeah, because
I'm
you
not
have
like
a
into like super like heavy metal, like
no.
blast beats and stuff. I like the music. I just can't play it.
What was that
you
like?
know,
Taking Back Sunday kind of music?
yeah, I like Taking Back
Taking Back
Sunday. Taking Back
Sunday,
Sunday, like AFI.
AFI.
I said Under Oath. Let me see. A bunch of
Sure.
those
Yeah.
bands, bro.
So are your kids? They're following the music path, the
Oh yeah.
artistic path. What are they
Oh
doing?
yeah, bro.
How's
Yeah.
that?
My oldest, not really. She doesn't really do much. I think she's in. Yeah, she's in. What is it? Track and field right now.
Okay.
She's doing that with sports.
Little athlete.
But my younger kids, the ones that live with me, they're for sure like picking up on
Indulging.
the
Yeah.
yeah. Because I mean, my son, he could play you a beat, dude.
Oh, I'm sure.
My daughter too, she's in piano classes. I really want to create an opportunity for them, like, because I mean, no disrespect to my parents at all, but I showed interest in music as a little boy,
Yeah.
and just things were harder back then for them to get me a guitar or a
Yeah.
drum
It
set
was
and stuff
tough.
like that. You know what I mean?
You have siblings
So
also or no?
yeah, I have 5 sisters.
Oh yeah, with 5 sisters and yourself,
Five
bro.
sisters.
How you supposed to
Yeah,
get a banjo?
exactly.
Not even like a ukulele, bro.
Get me one of those little recorders, the
Recorders,
little
yeah,
flutes.
yeah, yeah. You just get hooked up at the
um,
school.
yeah. But like I said, I definitely want to create that.
Yeah.
Like I have 3 drum sets here in my house, bro. I
Is
have
this
so many
is this
guitars.
space where you're at right now? Is this like a studio office? Because I see you have the Marshall amp in the back.
Yeah. Let me just honestly, this is my wife's house, bro. This is my
This
little
your corner?
this is my corner. This is all I'm allowed to have right here.
That's your kennel? Yeah, yeah.
This is it, bro.
Is that
This is
Les
my
Paul? What
little
is that in the back? A Gibson?
Les Paul. No, that one's an Epiphone. And
Epiphone.
then yeah, I have the Tac Mine over there.
Okay.
I don't know what kind that is. And then the real nice one is downstairs. The Martin.
Okay,
I
you
have a
got
Martin
an acoustic?
acoustic. Yeah.
Nice.
My wife really likes that one. So it's like a piano. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I want people to look at it when they come to my house.
Right. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh yeah, this is don't touch it.
Yeah. If it was up to me, I would have put this bad boy down there, but she
Yeah, I
didn't
was
let
curious
me.
if you were like in the garage or something with all the drum set.
No,
But it makes
it's in
sense that it's yeah,
it's the loft area upstairs.
that's cool.
My,
Yeah,
my little
I recently picked up a EC1000, the Eclipse ESP.
okay.
I always wanted
like
one of
it.
those. I always wanted one. It's matte black, gold trim,
Okay.
Gold accessories,
Ooh.
pearl inlays. It's just a
Okay.
beast of a guitar. That's always been one of my favorites. It has the dual humbucker ESP,
Mm-hmm.
it's all like just a crunch sound. So my younger boy,
Yeah.
he's into guitar tough.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to get my oldest into drums. So I got him that electric drum kit
Okay.
because of that. And I knew that. So even technology with music, how it is with tattooing, like, I mean, back in the day, it would just be a muffle pad. Now you can get a mesh top and have the,
Mm-hmm.
for that rebounce, and it's not so
Mhm.
loud, but you get the feel. That's one of those things that I was like, let's just get you a electric drum kit so we can control it. You can put headphones on and jam out, and all you hear is tuck,
A
tuck,
little.
tuck, tuck. Yeah, it's like, what is he doing? But in his head, he's like rocking out.
Oh, dude, he's having a concert in his head.
Yeah. So, and then
Yeah.
I'll have him, I'm trying to get them all to follow rhythm and beat and understanding that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny how there's so much education as artists to hand that down to kids,
And then there's also YouTube that will
Yeah.
pretty much teach you to do anything you want to
I
learn.
did that one time with my kiddo. I was like, here, watch this video. And I'm like, what am I doing? I should just sit and actually
You're
do this
giving
with
in,
him.
dude. Don't
Yeah,
give in to
dude.
the
It's
YouTube.
because that's like,
Teach them yourself.
exactly, dude. We're all like used to that.
Yeah.
where the tech and AI is. Do
Oh yeah.
you AI with you? Do you use
Scared
it?
of it.
You're scared of it. Okay. Cause
It's scary, man. Like
yeah,
I've used it like 2, 3 times for like a tattoo idea, and it's just like,
it was bizarre.
no, it's just like this thing really just made what I asked it to make.
Yeah.
How I had it in my head.
So earlier I had a consultation and the client, this is not the first time, but more and more
Mhm.
clients are starting to show up with AI generated tattoo
Oh yeah.
ideas that
Mhm.
it was our bypassing our job, trying to bypass our job because now they have this personal assistant to just be like, this is my idea. And they will give
Mhm.
them the details. They show up to the shop for a consult and they're like, this is what I'm thinking. And one time I didn't even catch it, and it was my client's arm. And she showed me the idea, and I thought it was just like a Pinterest, like, oh, okay, she got the reference. And I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, no, this is your arm. And I'm like, I could have done all this for you. And it would have been a lot more it would make
Yeah.
more sense because AI is it's
It's a
still,
robot.
yeah, it's still missing key elements
Mhm.
where
Mhm.
you and I are a little more aware of.
Uh-huh.
And this morning, the guy that came in before we got together, he same thing. I told him like before he told me, he's like, "Oh, this is just AI generated." I'm like, "I know, dude. I could tell." You know what I mean? I was just like, "Yeah, I could tell this is AI." But it was
Yeah.
his tattoo that he wanted, but he still didn't like a certain thing about it, and I'm like,
Okay.
all right. So I sit down and I do the whole artist thing. What we do, let's check out these references, and
Mhm.
then
Mhm.
you see this is why. So that's where it is. But yeah, I'm like you. I've used it and I'm like, okay, to sharpen images, pictures, sure.
Yeah.
That's dope,
I like that. Yeah.
but
I
it
was just
is.
talking about AI in general, dude. I just feel
Oh, in
like
general is crazy. Yeah.
in general is, oh bro.
Automation.
And
Yeah.
I feel like there's robots now, and I like, did we not watch iRobot?
Or
You know what I'm saying?
just a lot of, hey, history repeats itself.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All that's, I'm just curious where here we are talking about the tattoo machines we're using.
Hmm.
And so what do you use? What's your setup?
I have the Bishop wand right now.
Okay, so the wand is pretty high tech, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And before that though, it was plugging it into an electric analog source, and now you have this self-sustained battery that has a
The
brain
battery.
and
Mhm.
brain inside the battery, right? It has
Mhm.
like, so what's it going to be like in the next 5 to 10 years quicker than that? Because okay, we haven't seen each other since what, let's just say 2016 maybe then.
Mhm.
From then
Yeah,
to
probably.
now, 2025, we're talking about all
Mhm.
these, new advancements. All right, let's give it
There's a new
another.
machine coming out every week, dude.
Right, dude. And it's
Yeah.
like,
The guys at the shop are always like, "Oh, dude, this new machine." I'm like, "Wouldn't you just talk about another machine right now?" You know?
yeah, and I'll
It's
I'll watch the reviews now of stuff because I'm curious
Mhm.
of that machine or whatever. Because like that's how
Mhm.
I got a hold of the critical torque and why I like the
Okay.
torque, right?
Okay.
And like the new machines that are coming out that are like it looks like a Dan Cuban style, right? And it has I forget the name of the company. What machine did they show you? I'm curious.
Who?
Your other artists, what are they like?
Oh, it was like a critical.
Okay.
I don't know, dude. I'm those dudes that's just like, okay, I got this and I like it and it works, so I'm gonna use that. You know, that's how I am with the Bishop. Like I just know that I like it
Yeah, I'm the same way.
and it's worked out for me. I'm not like, oh, I have to try this new machine, and you know,
Yeah, I'm the same, man. We stick to what we
yeah,
know and what works
hmm
for us kind of thing, man. That's but you're right. There's like a new machine coming out
yeah, the
and
critical something or the new Cheyenne or FK irons and stuff. You know,
yeah, and again it's nowadays it's more adjusting to the practicality on how you tattoo. That's another
yeah,
thing that's, like after I bought my most recent machine, I was just like, that's it, dude. I'm good. What am I doing? You know what I mean? Like stop
hmm
trying to collect them all. Same Pokemon, you know what I mean? You're trying to, yeah, but that's just what it is, man.
dude. Yeah. Speaking of Pokemon, imagine still having like those first edition cards.
Oh, dude, I kick myself so many
Oh
times when
yeah.
I've seen all the, like my son.
I had a real Charizard, like the holographic Charizard back in the day, and
Yeah. Now
who knows
Logan
what
Paul
happened
has it
today.
now. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, dude.
Post
Could have
Malone
been
has
worth
it.
some
Yeah,
money
yeah.
nowadays. Shit.
Well, it's crazy how again, man, all those things where we talk about the good times or the good days, the golden days,
Mhm.
right? and where we are now. And it's, some people are bummed out about it. I see artists leaving tattooing left and right, and it's pretty, it sucks, man, because you don't know their personal life. They might be hit with something where it's like, it's becoming too much. I can't take this, or I can't do this, or, you know, it's very, it sucks, man, to see when an artist just kind of back away or have to get a secondary job.
Yeah.
I mean, the economy is weird right now, especially where you are. I'm more in the Central Valley, so we're kind of like, we got agriculture to fall back on, you know, and it's like keeping us going. And everybody out here is just like that. There's blue collar, but there's also like the field, hardworking individuals.
Yeah, of course.
And those are the guys that are really kind of, you know, but down where you are, it's, you want to talk about saturation, you want to talk about the industry within communities, and the economy. It's very, I don't know, it's a trip.
Yeah, it's tough out here, man. It is tough, and it just, everything's so expensive. Like supplies are just getting more expensive out here.
Yeah.
When I buy supplies, I usually go on Thursdays. I call it $300 Thursdays. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Set that aside. Yeah.
That's just for a couple needles and, you know, and some ink caps.
Right. It's like you're servicing your car. You're like, dude, how did it?
Yeah, man.
That's wild.
It's wild out here, bro. But thankfully, you know, we're still making it. We're still making it.
That's what I mean, though. This isn't your
man.
first rodeo. You've adapted throughout the years. You know how to, you know, roll with the punches.
Gotta just, you know, stay strong with it and just keep a good head with it, you know.
For sure. What's
just trying to get better.
What's to come ahead? Like, do you guys have anything planned to visit or yourself? Are you working on any projects at the moment, or like what kind of things have you, like conventions or any of that, guest spots?
As far as guest spots, I've never really done a guest spot like that. Like where, hey, I'm going over here, and
sure,
I've never done it like that. You know, I've talked to a couple friends about it. Never happened. But conventions, I want to go back to New York for sure. I think New York and Philly by far my favorite conventions that I've done.
Yeah.
Just being there is cool, you know?
Right. It's a whole different scene, man. Different vibe.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. So definitely in the books to try and hit those two cities next year.
Nice. Yeah, next year for sure. Yeah.
Hey, this year you got like a month left, you know?
Right. Yeah. I know. This flew by.
Yeah.
Dude.
Flew.
Yeah.
So my wife already put up the Christmas tree kind of thing.
Oh, dude, like, I tell her, put a bag over that, dude. Put a sheet over that. I don't want to see it right now. I heard Mariah Carey's song this morning that friggin' she comes out of the coffin, dude. You know?
Get
it's
ready
like
for it.
Resurrection of Mariah. And I'm like, dude, it's like, you know, my daughter will jam out to radio in the morning, and I'm dropping her off and get in the car, and all we hear is like the little intro to it. And I'm like, oh, dude. Yeah, dude. I'm just like, not now, dude. It's crazy.
I sing along to it every time. Whatever, bro.
It is what it is now.
Tis the season, bro.
Tis the season. Yeah, I'm not even trying to be Scrooge. It's just like, slow down, people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's funny. Where could people find you as far as like booking? Where can they find you?
Through Instagram.
Yeah,
my Instagram is atomic_lulu_909. Yeah, if you just want to DM me on there.
Yeah, if you're in the area.
Or
man. Where are you located?
A DM or second?
Where are you located? Your shop?
Oh, my shop's in downtown Redlands.
Okay. Yep.
Downtown
if you're in the
Redlands,
area, hook the homie up. Talk to him.
Yeah, downtown Redlands. Or I do have my booking number as well, which is different from my cell phone number I had given you.
Okay.
But it's 909-657-6909.
Cool. I'll put that on the screen.
Anybody wants to reach out to me.
Hell yeah, man. That's dope.
Awesome.
Dude, this has been sick. This has been a great sit down and talk.
My first podcast ever.
Yeah, man. Well, we're going to do this again, man. It'd be cool to actually go there. And, you know, Redlands isn't too bad as far as I like to go out and at least do like a visit at your spot, get a few other homies together so I can at least knock a few out, you know, and actually talk to more heads. But we'll definitely revisit this and get you in person and really highlight it with the other guys, how it's been working there and that environment and their past. I'm sure
that'll be fun, dude.
That'll be hella sick. I
work with some interesting dudes, so whenever you're ready, bro.
Dude, absolutely.
You just let me know. I'll be happy to host you out here, bro.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. This has been a great talk, man. Just to kind of sit and Just
Yeah, bro.
chop it up with another homie.
Yes, sir.
Hell
I
yeah,
appreciate
dude.
it, bro.
Well, I
Thank
appreciate
you so
you and
much
everybody
for
else.
having me on.
Atomic Lulu, appreciate you, bro.
Good to see you, bro.
Likewise, brother. Stay up, stay blessed.
All right, bro.
Peace
All right,
out,
guys.
guys. Later on.
God bless.